We back, baby. Did y'all miss me? Look, I know you probably called it a summer glow up, but really, it was a slow, subtle exit from yourself. Stay with me. You stopped answering those texts that weekend. You lit the candles, you journaled your heart out. You went on walks, drank the tea, did the meditations, whispered sweet affirmations into your bathwater. Deluxe. Congratulations. And then, out of pure anxiety, you double texted him 3 minutes later because self-care apparently ends the moment that your dopamine kick is needed. Let's be clear. What you're calling self-care is a repackaged relapse, a ritual mask for another round of self-betrayal. Because you were never taught how to stay with yourself when the craving for validation kicks in. In fact, you probably were never taught that sometimes self-care isn't a bath, it's a boundary. Sometimes softness isn't luxury candles, it's canceling the date and disappointing that someone who didn't earn your presence in the first damn place. You know it. I know it. You keep thinking you're softer now because you cry more? Okay, you're just still hurting. There's a difference. And I know, this is the part where you're going to say, but Letty, I've been doing the work, I swear. You don't know, I've been journaling, meditating, going to Reiki sound baths, and okay, but are you actually integrating, or are you hoping and wishing? Are you performing for another version of you who's still waiting for someone to pick her? Let me tell you about the time that I realized the version of self-care I was doing was actually me just trying to make myself worthy enough to keep around. I would call it self-love, yeah, sure, on a Sunday, while secretly treating it like a mother audition. Every new hobby, every new outfit, every healed wound, I was hoping someone would see the progress and say, ooh, okay, there she goes, good enough to keep. But that's not healing, that's hustling. That's trading in one form of performance for another. And you are not a project. I don't care what they say. You're not a before and after story, and you don't owe transformation to anyone, especially not to the ghost of a situationship that barely asks you about your day. So let me guess. You got out of that cold plunge or sauna, and the first thing you thought of, you wanted to send a selfie to the person who emotionally neglects you. You light candles and cry and call it shadow work, but what you really do is sobbing your way through an apology for wanting too much. You want to show them that you're performing being a good girl, send them the pictures of your day. But you just keep re-downloading that dating app, the one that you said you're never getting on again, not because you're ready, but because the silence is louder than your self-worth right now, and you just want people to see that you are good enough to pick. You think self-care is a vibe? Okay, yeah, it's trendy. No, self-care is a commitment to not betraying yourself again, just to feel safe for another 5 minutes. And here's the law of assumption truth bomb that no one wants to hear in the manifesting community. You cannot call home or manifest a reality you are still fearful to live in. And you can't